Okay, and welcome everyone to the Ales and Fails Twitch stream. I'm your host, Alewolf, and I like to say that I drink and I fail. Before we get started, let me just handle a couple of housekeeping items here. As it is with most streams, you gotta do that initial sound stream check. So happy Friday, everyone. Today we will be going back into the world of Santa Destroy with Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes. I keep having the urge to call this Travis Returns, simply because I think at the time that this game was announced, it had been several years since the last No More Heroes, and so it was kind of a return to form, something of that type of situation. So it's forever ingrained with that idea in my mind. I think this is our third session in this game. I distinctly remember a second session, maybe not last week. Yeah, it was last week, but it wasn't very productive. I think I jumped into the game and then I had to back out, not having made too much progress. I did read a lot of storyline though, if you are of that inclination. But before we get into the action, let's go ahead and see what's on tap. Today I decided to grab one of these from the refrigerator. This is Lion's Crown, which is a hazy IPA from Big Stump Brew Company. And it's something I've had off stream. I can't remember it being very memorable, but maybe let's talk about it. Let's see what Untapped has to say on the matter. So, Big Stump's flagship hazy IPA. Additions of unmalted flaked wheat and red wheat add a pillowy mouthfeel, while the mosaic dominant dry hop contributes lush tropical notes. So as you all know, and as I've said several times on stream, hazy IPAs tend to be of an unfiltered body. They're not bitter like their West Coast cousins. They largely carry tropical flavors. They're very refreshing. And this one is about to bubble over, but I think we avoided that particular accident. Let's go ahead and pour this guy. And me staying silent during this move is not because I want to capture the sound necessarily, but because I can't do two things at once. You live and you learn, as they say. So this one has a slightly pale color. It's not golden. Certainly translucent. Unfortunately, this was a bad pour, as can be seen by the head on this particular glass. Yeah, and like I said, I'm expecting more of a tropical flavor here. Let's give this a moment to settle and stir. That's good enough. Fang and ale. So certainly a pillowy feel, and that's probably one of the first times that I've used that adjective when describing a beer. I guess it probably is in reference to the medium body of this particular beer, and I would probably ascribe it more to forget that thought. Yeah, so some certain tropical notes there. Maybe something like pineapple, a little orange. It has a rather interesting bitter character towards the finish, which again, not something that I expect from a hazy, but you know what, the presentation as a whole is not something that I would scoff at. So I would say drinkable, maybe a 3 out of 5. Check my rating on Untapped afterwards. Alright, but enough lollygagging, as they say. Enough of this pre-show. Let's get into the action. It's game time, as Travis would say.
We'll be seeing him soon enough. Be patient.
Oh, and I forgot to update my ticker there. Oh, that's cool.
All right. Time to play ball.
And there he goes. And most of what I did last time was listen to the storyline or read the storyline before the second level, which is fine. I was expecting for more stuff to happen, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and play that second level one more time, see if we can actually make progress this time. And the way that you actually enter levels is by engaging with the Death Drive MK2, Mark II, I guess. Okay, so left is Destroy. First level was Electric Thunder Tiger. And start with Travis as usual. It would certainly be an interesting experience to play this game with 2 players, but I don't know that there's too many people out there that are currently playing this game. Pseudo retro aesthetic of this game, it's amazing. Life is Destroy. Sure, let's go back to the toilet. Remember my controls. B is jump. A is roll. What? White sheep man, what are you saying? And X. So Y is the standard attack, whereas X is the heavy attack. I forget what were the... Okay, so left is the... what do you call it? Psycho attacks, psychokinetic attacks, telekinetic attacks. And they charge over time. Skills. So I have the Shining Chip, Psycho Chip, and Heavy Chip. Do I have any more chips? Ooh, I have a Wing Chip. Shoots a savage electric attack in a straight line. Affects area around targeted characters. Of course, Shining Chip is the telekinetic push, the force push, if you will. The heavy chip generates an area will be slowed down. This one is time sensitive, and this is the upside down A chip. Generates an area within which players will recover power. That's not bad. Fires multiple shots. I wonder if it's the same as the wing chip. Let's try and replace some of these then. So let's, instead of the shining chip, let's go ahead and put the wing chip instead of the psycho chip. So these two essentially work like shooting attacks. Actually, let me put the psycho chip here. It would be nice if the chips themselves actually were suggestive of the things that they do, but maybe that's a bit too much to ask. Where's the telekinetic one? Is that the shining? Yeah. And then let's try the healing one over here. Okay, then let's save this as a preset. It's a lot of chips. And they're all charging, so that's okay. Oh, we charge our turn. Don't need to do that. There's the toilet. Let's grab these monies. Is this the way out? Yes, it is. Let's continue exploring this house before we leave. This reminds me a bit of The Sims. I actually wonder what this level was inspired by. I know that every single one of the Travis Strikes Again levels are supposed to be inspired by some other indie game. But then again, I'm not very big on the indie game scene, so maybe I don't know that. Grabbing all these coins. What is this? New Super Mario Brothers 2? Okay, I guess we're stepping out. Let's get out of here. And if you're just joining us, we're enjoying a Lion's Crown Hazy IPA. I believe it was IPA day the other day. Maybe it was yesterday or maybe the day before that. So drink your IPAs, I guess. Hopefully not the bitter ones though. Where am I? Where did I just come from? Was it this place? I'm going to assume that it was probably this house. Maybe. And there's no way to go back in. Hopefully I don't have to fight too much from this bird's eye view thing. Okay. That's not gonna take us anywhere. There we go. You can still do all of your moves from this position, but I don't like it. I don't like it. Maybe that's just me. Nice. These enemies just keep respawning. Again, I really don't want to face case anyone... I really don't want to have these battles in this section like that. Maybe that makes sense. The puzzle is solved. So says the game 7th quest. The 7th guest. Did anybody ever play the 7th guest? One of the games that used to freak me out back as a kid. Alright. Doesn't seem like these enemies are presenting too much opposition, which is nice. Okay, so we're back to this way. And now we can actually move forward, but before we do that, final check. No, that's not helping anymore. Oh, wait. Was I supposed to... You know what? Never mind. Who might this be? Ah, the White Sheep Man. Doppelganger wasn't able to forgive those who fell through the cracks of society. There was a dope dealer out on parole who was living in this house. But he was secretly providing drugs to teenagers, probably the illegal type. So to make sure this dealer couldn't do any more damage, Doppelganger sliced him to bits with his corkscrew. I wonder if all of this information is supposed to add to a story, because I do believe that some of these characters are just saying things to sound contemplative or thoughtful in some way, because that is the style of this game. Oh, is this Bug Extra? I remember you. Grandpa's words of wisdom. That's the worst. People who badmouth you behind your back. Nice. Let's see if any door opened. Yes. Blasted. So the more you destroy enemies, I guess the more doors open. I love this sword planting move. Just reminds me of Link in Super Smash Brothers. These shielded dudes are very annoying. These blasts will go through. I think we got all of them. Ah, new toilet. And I think the song changed, which might mean that maybe all enemies have been cleared. I don't actually know. On the extra. Another gruesome murder here. This is the room where it happened. And this is the toilet. Let's do it. Travis going to the toilet should just be my wallpaper. Power recovered. Okay, so that's the way we came. Is there anything else that we can do here? No, I think that's it. I never know if these houses have more than one entrance. They're also samey. I think that was my special move or something. Hopefully I get it back if I save again. Alright. And let's get out of here. The stepping out sound is just like from Zelda, The Legend of Zelda, the original, when Link steps in or steps out of a cave. Very nice touch, or at least very similar to it. Case 03. This is not where we started. I guess every time we go to a new house it resets. Like the map resets, and no matter what you did before, you're going into a new location. Which is fine because I like a clean finish. Not a clean finish, what does that mean? I like a clean start. I also like finishing clean, but not what I meant to say here. Can I go in here? I never know if these things are accessible or not. Inevitably. Just like that, I was... Oh, I see. Oh, nice. Wow, he went right through that wall. That was nice. I like that. I think as long as, until they put me out of bird's eye view, I really don't want to use my chips. It seems like a waste. So I guess I want to get to this mansion over here to the left. Whoa. There you go, that's what you wanted, right? I think. Hey, what is that balloon? Oh. What? There you go. The puzzle is solved. Get those Linden dollars. Just short plant everyone until there's no more. Okay, and I think this is the next mansion. The next mansion. Ah, White Sheep Man. This house marks part of Doppelganger's descent to madness. It was here that he took another step toward becoming a monster. He crucified a teenager who had killed his parents and gotten away with the crime. Sorry, speaking like a skeletal bug does put a strain on my throat. Then, in order to hear the criminal's voice, he ate his body. The natural response. That's when he began to play host to a range of different personalities. This doppelganger character seems to have issues. Wasted on the one. Spline in his face. I wonder how close I am to a level up. And if I recall from my first excursion, I'm trying to divide those evenly between the two characters. Just in case I need to use Badman at some point. So the toilet's locked. Toilet is locked. Hey, who's this? Bug extra. Grandpa's words of wisdom. When it comes to cheddar cheese, it's aged 2 years or nothing. Learn to tell the difference. And that's what I mean when I say that I don't know when I should be taking whatever these people are saying seriously. That's okay though. I still love you, Bug Extra. Okay, that's it. Okay, so I'm sure another door opened at this point. In terms of energy, I feel like I'm doing better in this level. Oh, I didn't get the shield one. What? That was the healing circle. I didn't need to do that. What did he do? Blast it. Give me those coins. No toilet. No toilet. So you can actually roll and potentially get the defenses, which is nice. But I like using the chips instead. One thing that is definitely reminiscent of other No More Heroes games in this game is just that after every single fight, I would just go and recharge my beam katana. I would just do it. It would just pop. The idea would pop into my head, and I would just automatically do it. Before I go save, let me go ahead and check to see if there's anything else that can be done here. No, this is where I came from. So, how's everyone's Friday afternoon going? Second death ball. I feel like there's a spot for a seventh, like the Dragon Balls. Alright, let's see where I am. So, both of these guys are at level 2. I have 2,000 out of 1,000, so let's go ahead and push this guy. Beautiful. Let's do the same for Badman over here. Can I?
Charlotte.
And actually, let's go ahead and
Right on.
maybe specifically since we're doing this, let's go ahead and play with Badman for a bit. Let's set up our chips. Set up our chips. Load presets. Yes, I have taken all your chips. I can imagine it would be quite fun to try to work through using different chips for two different people at the same time. Maybe on our next run. Those are some hairy legs. Wait a second. Sorry, real life is calling. Oh my god, Walgreens, we are picking you as the 895th customer to reserve one reward for doing a brief survey. Gee, of course I will click on this random link. Walgreens, I thought you were better than this. So that's funny. I guess I thought that we hadn't made any progress during that first run of this level, but I guess we did. We solved that first puzzle. Case number 4. We solved case number 1, that's what we did. Will we learn any more for the story of Doppelganger? Honestly, these enemies on the map are just obstacles to get rid of. They don't really take too much thought. No, let me go through the wrong route first. Oh hey, oh hey, this guy's rushing in. Seems like a slightly more intricate puzzle. I wasted my charge. Just short planned with the bats. And I guess that's where the roar comes in. Enemy mothership approaching. Alright, so nothing in that direction. Let's do one of these. No. Yes. do love my beam katana, but I gotta say, hitting enemies with a baseball bat just has a slightly different level of satisfaction that I don't think the blade itself can accomplish. So that's kind of fun. And of course, nothing here. Maybe. That's not good. Okay. At least I think that's what this was. I have my superpower back. Nice. Just destroying the enemies for the XP. I know how to play around with this initial one. No, that doesn't make any sense. Potentially. The answer was to keep pressing one of the cards until the right combination emerged. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. Oh, that's an enemy. Wait, no, it's the ramen guy. Bugjiro, we got a customer. Welcome, come on in. Give me your best ramen, period. Sure thing. Here you go.
Itadakimasu.
Itadakimasu.
Umai.
Some Hakodate Shio. Warms you up even in the sub-zero northern climate. The salt and seafood-based broth is amazingly smooth. Power recovered. Okay. That's nice. That's good. I like it. Who's got words of wisdom for me today? Bug Extra. Grandpa's words of wisdom. After parties aren't worth going to. There's nothing for you there. I mean, I don't know about that. If only I had been invited to after parties. Okay. Wow, that looks like a big one. I don't like that. Bug Extra. Grandpa's words of wisdom. Shoot for number 1, then you can become the only one. I think that might be a reference to No More Heroes rules. Of course, there's a toilet. White Sheepman. This is the spot where Doppelganger killed the most people at once. He killed all 82 members in a New Age cult facility. The red on the walls is testament to his amazing record. Take it all in. Can I save my game before going ahead? Probably not. I get the feeling this is a big enemy, potentially, maybe? Okay. I need to uncorner myself. Oh, I activated my healing spell. Why am I killing with a spell? That's it. actually be killed? Oh, I guess so. That's good to know. I hate it. Oh, there was more stuff. I gotta recharge. Oh, of course. Whew, that was a close one. Alright, the music changed, which means no more enemies in this house. That is a lot of blood, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, am I close to leveling up? 861 out of 1500. No, it's gonna be a while. Batter up. Change this a bit. Okay, so my power has been recovered. I should, in that case, let me just go ahead and change to Travis.
10 hours of gaming a day.
That sounds like my heaven. Do I have any new chips? No. No new chips, folks. I wonder if that was like a mid-boss or anything like that. Let's get out of here. Oh, we're not even halfway through this lion's crown. Case number 5. Here's wondering how many cases there are. Of course, these puzzles are getting more and more difficult. What's Badman got on top of him? Is it a Platinum Games logo? I can't imagine that that's a friend. Be careful, get caught by the sticky blue face of death chasing after you and it's game over. Doesn't sound good. Kick your ass into high gear. It'll actually go right through me. I find like I'm gonna block myself if I go in there. Over here. These. Oh no. Okay, so there is a way around it. Is it still coming from here? Yes, it is. What? Okay, let's take a quick break here. Need a bit of a bio break. We will be right back. Okay, and we are back. And so the mistake that we made here was actually letting that giant blue head touch us. I think we'll be a little more careful this time. Oh, what? It just pops you in here. I thought I was going to be back at the start of the house. Also, do I have lives? I don't actually know that. Oh, there he goes. Oh, here. House? Yes. Okay, now here's hoping that I have to worry about that anymore. Just one look out the back, and you can tell it was the site of Doppelganger's next crime. He killed his victims after allowing them to taste complete and utter hopelessness. Even with all the routes of escape, they were killed in the middle of their home without having moved an inch. Once he had found them, they didn't even have a chance. This doppelganger individual is a little unsettling. Just a little bit. What this be? Bug extra. Grandpa's words of wisdom. It was all a dream, huh? It's all in your head. What is that? A reference to Super Mario 2? Clearly. And just a second here. Ah, what am I doing? I don't really need chips for single enemies. But maybe. There's my toilet. There is my toilet. Get out of here. Corner. Is this a toilet? It's still locked. Okay. Anything here? Doesn't seem like it. Of course, there was another skull right there. I'll destroy this one. Just die already. What are these guys? They have really long sleeves or really weird arms. Okay, and I think that might be a boss, potentially. I've already spoken to you, but... Yes. Okay, I got it. Anything else down here? Doesn't seem like it. Not yet. And of course, not that. Alright. Let's move aggressively. Sheepman Green. Who are ya? Has Doppelganger come back? Just passing assassin. Passing, you say? I'm not letting you through. Enough BS, let's do this. This is your second trial, punk. You know what makes a mid-boss really terrifying? Okay, mid-boss. Skill application, productivity, and effectiveness. Sounds like a TED Talk. Talking like that, you're just leaving yourself open. Bring it on. Alright, let's use all of our powers. What? Got all that rolling experience from Monster Hunter. Ooh. Nice. Jeez. Ah, he got me. I was gored. Shouldn't have done that. Okay, let's activate the special one. Nice. So that was a nice recharge. Oh, come on! Down it goes. Whew. Well, that battle had a few close calls, but nothing too insane, I think. Also, how close are we to leveling up? Not yet for either of them. What a thing of beauty. Okay, one more stage complete. I really hope they do away with the giant head mechanic. Kinda just stresses me out. And you know, that's something that I don't need on a nice Friday afternoon. Something to stress me out. That's why I've got one of these to take the edge off. Case number 6. Maybe it's not back. That's good. Looks like that's progression, which means that we made the right choice too early. man. There it goes. I just ran right into it. Come on. Come on. 2 lives left. That was annoying. My control stick failed on that one. Yes, I know I'm a loser, but at least I got my Azteca stone. Never leave home without it. There's an interesting package over yonder. Trying to derail it so I can cross. There's so many. There's 2 cars ahead. Which one is the right one? I don't know that wearing the headset really is helping here. The voice of that thing is quite disturbing. That is no good. That is no good, ladies and gentlemen. And that's the last of my lives. So what happens at this point? Do I at least get to go back to the last toilet? Oh, but I love this aesthetic. Alright, let's see what we can do. Last toilet on file. I like how the thing that is derailing us from progress in this game, in this particular world, is this feature that forces us to speed up our decision making in the overworld. Yes, I think we got it. Okay, so collect these coins before we leave. I'm assuming that they don't carry you over from, if you die you probably lose all of this. And we've already spoken to Bug Extra, so that's fine. Alright, so objective the first, keep away from that giant head. Let's call it Tron moving forward. Keep away from Tron. I just want to go to the next mansion, that's all. It's not so much to ask. Alright, so let's try this. And the head's gonna pop up any second now. There it is. Is that it? Okay. This thing. That is so freaky. Alright, so now back to the puzzle. Okay, this is a no-go. Let's try this. So if it's heading this way. Way too close for comfort. I wish there was some way to hurt it or delay it. That only buys us more time. If I go here. Honestly, I'm just hitting these things until they make sense. And this is not gonna be pretty. No. I like how anybody just tuning into this stream is welcomed by a random giant head making weird noises. Move. I don't think I've made any progress with this puzzle. Okay. One of these things have to fit. That's no good. Again, if there was only some way to delay this thing, it would be nice. Oh, hey. I could make a safe state out of that. Down here. That is also no good. Seriously. Move! Oh. Sad. Sadness. Yes, let's continue. Come on. Why can't I get out of this thing? Ah, that would have been such a perfect run without that. Alright, well, we made it to the next house, so it's not so bad. Where are we in terms of stream? Okay. 309. doppelganger likes to kill his victims according to how they lived. Guns, knives, bombs. For the fatty holed up in his house abusing animals, he stuck a bomb into his gut and blew him up. Turn back now if you're afraid. I don't think I'm afraid, I'm disturbed. Is this the final sanctuary? Doop. Lindbug. Looks like Drillmon from Digimon. What? Looks like it teleports. Sure can take a beating. What? There he goes. That was annoying. What? Okay, got him there. Who are these? Whew, okay. Should let's use our healing power. Very nice. I wonder if you can actually kill them before they blow up. Jeez, there's a lot of blood in here. And of course there's a toilet there. Alright, let's do it. Alright, got to get rid of that nonsense. Excellent. And the way out. Okay, so here's the toilet. Let's check if we can level up at this point. I'm trying not to level up before both characters can level up. Wonder how productive of a decision that is. Do I have any new chips? No, I guess not. Let's go ahead and save. And let's move out. Case number 7. It's only gonna get more difficult. But before we do that, let's go ahead and get something else to wet our whistle. I will be right back. And we are back. I decided to go ahead and get something else. And we're going with a classic, a Hofbräu Dunkel, which is from the German brewery Hofbräu. Go ahead and pour this. So Dunkel is nothing more than the German word for dark. It generally suggests beers that are malty, darker than your lighter varieties, generally slightly more caramel flavor. Hofbräu is certainly one of my favorite German breweries. It's actually one of the 6 oldest breweries in Germany, and I did happen to visit its tent back when I visited during Oktoberfest. Quite an interesting scene there. I'd certainly love to go back. Fang and ale, dear viewers. Very roasty aroma with rich flavor. Let's see what Untapped has to say on the matter. So dark beer existed in Bavaria long before light beer. This was the first type of beer to be brewed at Hofbräu House when it was founded. Today, when beer lovers all over the world talk about dark beer, they usually mean a Munich-style beer. Today, Hofbräu Dunkel, the archetypal Bavarian beer, is still as popular as ever, with its alcoholic content at around 5.5% volume and its spicy taste. It's a refreshing beer that suits all kinds of occasions. A beer in the traditional Munich style. That's certainly a fair description. And I think this is supposed to be a wheat-based beer, if I'm not mistaken. At least the mouthfeel certainly feels a bit more wheaty. I tend to gravitate to this beer whenever I attend German beer festivals, many of which are happening later this year as Oktoberfest does prop up. So let me go ahead and update my ticker. And I think that should do it. Yes it did. Okay, let's go back to the action. Okay, so here's hoping that that giant head doesn't destroy me yet again. And I hear it. There's that maniac. And this is not gonna help anyone. had the answer. Oh, but we can actually move forward. Maybe? No, I don't think this is the right answer. Let's do it over here. Card get. Right over here. That's also not good. I swear I'm wasting more time trying to dodge this thing than actually figuring out the puzzle. Most of which I can't actually figure out. Maybe that way? I think this is what we should be doing. Close, maybe. That's funny. Okay, I think this answers the puzzle. Is it just me, or is Tron becoming faster? There's our mansion. Maybe that's our mansion, or maybe it's the one below. I'm not actually sure. Oh, great. I hate one of these. Ah, that was way too close. That just leads us back to where we started. Wow! Why did you start recharging the sword, dude? Ah. I think I've gotten hit by that stupid head twice at least because Travis has decided to just mess around with his sword. Ah, that's so frustrating. Whew, and we made it. According to Doppelganger, murder was his duty, his work, his fun, and his pleasure. He was a brilliant killer precisely because he loved killing so much. In this house, in front of the whole family, he killed their father. Nobody even pressed charges. It's like they were waiting for him to do it. Okay, well that's somehow I feel more relaxed being in here than outside. Somehow. Jeez, those guys take a beating. There's one of those flaming heads. Crazy skulls. Jeez, there's... Oh, wait, ramen. Oh, buddy. Who's this? Bug Extra. Grandpa's words of wisdom. Indie games are fun. You should check out Rasho's work. There you'll find the truth. I don't know who Rasho is. Let's fight before we get the ramen. And back to full power. Kill these extra. So many fighting rooms over here. Let's charge up. Okay, that was a decent amount of health. Wait, how do we interact with this guy? Maybe we don't. Ah. Okay, and the toilet open. Let's go get that ramen before we go. Bugjiro, we got a customer. Welcome. Come on in. Give me your best ramen. Sure thing. Here you go.
Itadakimasu. Oyaji, gochiso-sama.
Abura Soba, a next generation ramen pioneer. No soup, all new flavor. No soup. It would sure be interesting to see what a person that's familiar with ramen would think about all of these entries. Okay, and where are we in terms of leveling up? 2,000. Actually, let's go ahead and change characters.
Play ball.
Alright, let's see what's out there. Is it the outside again? How many of these cases are there? Grasshopper. Suda, what are you doing to me? Oh jeez, this looks big. I don't even know where to start. All I know is that that giant head is coming. There it is. I don't even know. I know that we're probably missing a lot of extra stuff, which is unfortunate. And let's see which we could do a 100% run. Oh man. These things are gonna blow up, aren't they? What? I was stunned! I guess that's a point.
I'm so sorry, Charlotte.
Charlotte. Am I starting over? Okay, maybe one more shot. Yes, we're going all the way to the final toilet. We had it lined up so well too. Actually, now that I think about it, we didn't even have our skills. I'm assuming that every time you die, you just lose all your money. Maybe that's why these coins reappear. That's kind of sad. That's all kinds of sad. Yes, we heard you the first time, Sheepman. So if we're trying to replicate my moves from last time, okay, so now we keep moving. And honestly, I think I'm doing with all of these non-critical switches is just trying to envision making myself. Okay. Did it? See, and the screen freezes, which is kind of annoying. Okay. So now we're back to start, more or less. This. Oh, that's no good. Yeah, that is definitely no good. Why are you holding your bat? Ah! Honestly, I'm just trying to get into that center mansion. I'm assuming that this is the most complex puzzle in this area. Maybe Maybe it'll be the last one. Who knows? I'm kinda just annoyed at this point. There's no actual time to figure out the thing. No, of course not. Of course, that's not a good entrance. I really am just hitting those switches at random, hoping that some type of combination will actually open up a path. That's also no good. These guys as they are. Okay, maybe this way. No, of course, I can't do anything from this location. One last time. What am I missing here? None of these are the right path. It's ridiculous. Can't come this way. Still so close, yet so far. Does that do anything for us? No, of course not. Of course, this gets us back into the bigger circle, which doesn't really do too much. Yeah, at least I have my Hofbräu Dunkel. Wish I was just a floating head. Maybe this way. No. that's game over. I think I'll look better at a guide for next time around, because that's a tough one. Definitely a tough one. And it's Cinderella time anyway, so. Death Trap, you crazy console. Yeah, sure, let's return to the trailer. Well, at least we made some progress, right? Some progress. I can't wait to play No More Heroes 3. Yes, let's go ahead and save. But I think that is it for Travis Strikes Again. If you are sticking around, we've got a special treat for you. I'll be starting a run of Elden Ring with a friend of the show, John. But if this is where you're hopping off, that's okay too. I'll see you next week again, Thursday or Friday. Thursday for a retro block, and Friday for either Travis Strikes Again or Hades. Yeah, I'll be back in about 5 minutes. See you at some point. Stay thirsty, Wolfkin. Okay, and we are back. Welcome everyone to the Ales and Fails Twitch stream. I'm your host, Ale Wolf, and as I like to say, I drink and I fail. Today we have a completely new game to play. At least completely new to me, certainly not new to a number of you out there. The game seems to have a bit of a clout, a bit of a following, if you will. We are playing Elden Ring today with a friend of the show, John. John, how are you doing?
Doing good. Glad that we are switching up from the regular old Final Fantasy to play Elden Ring. Pretty excited.
Yeah, it should be an interesting adventure. Can you tell us about your history with games like this? I forget what they're called. Souls-like?
Souls-like.
Yes, it's Souls-like. What have you played in the past?
Well, the only other Souls-like game that I've played previously was Dark Souls. So Dark Souls is one of the greater titles of the series. Really good when it came out, and I played it on the Xbox 360. So that's basically my whole experience. But obviously, it's persisted until now, so it's probably still as good.
Yeah, I don't know how much they've actually deviated from the formula. I've only ever heard good things about this game. I think it was released back in February, March, something like that. And
Yeah,
I've
not too
only,
long ago.
yeah, well, not too long ago. It's like 6 months at this point. But yeah, I'm interested to play this. You suggested this in lieu of our Final Fantasy 14 run, which, maybe that one was getting a little old. Maybe we might come back to that at some point. That's okay. But yeah, very excited to start this run. We'll see how it goes. We'll try to play multiplayer, although I know there is a bit of tactics, strategy involved with trying to pull that off, so we'll see if we can actually achieve it today. The only thing that I've actually done thus far is create my character as a confessor in an attempt to try to create a paladin type of build. We'll see if that was the wrong choice. It probably was, but we won't know until we try. And what are you playing today, John?
So I made a wretched character, which is a character that doesn't, I guess, really have a class. Starts at level 1, and it pretty much starts out with 10 in every stat, so not very powerful, and the only gear that it has is a shield and a club.
Okay, so essentially like a bare bones character, a traveler, if you will, in Final Fantasy V terms. No
Yes.
specialization, just you're just gonna start from the start.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Well, I am assuming that because you are an advanced player, you decided to take that risk. Let's see how this goes. But before we do that, though, just a reminder: if anybody has been watching from earlier, I do happen to be enjoying a Hofbräu Dunkel, which is a dark malty beer. I believe it is a wheat beer, but for some reason I can't actually tell. Taste buds are shot, but again, it is a dark beer in the Bavarian style from the Hofbräu House brewery in Germany, one of the 6 ancient breweries from that region. An archetypal Bavarian beer with an alcohol strength of around 5.5%. Certainly something I enjoy to drink, and certainly I see very frequently during Oktoberfest festivals. So very rich multicolor, light caramel flavors. Tang a nail, dear viewer. Do you happen to be enjoying anything this afternoon, John?
I did bring a nice can of Coke Starlight. Maybe I'll drink it, maybe I won't. Depends on how thirsty I am.
Alright. Thirsty for knowledge, if anything.
Yes, of course.
Alright, let's get this show on the road. Okay, and sound leveler. Okay, let's go ahead and get this started. And like I said, all I've done thus far is create a character. I decided to call him Aelwolf because of hopefully obvious reasons. Dying and dropping runes. So here I am at the starting area. It looks like some sort of chapel. So do you also happen to be using a controller for this, John?
Indeed, yes, I am. It's definitely my preferred way to play. I couldn't imagine playing this in keyboard and mouse.
Seems like most of the attack buttons are on the shoulders and triggers.
Yeah, so if you want to do a light attack, it's going to be with the right shoulder. If you want to do a heavy attack, it's going to be with the right trigger.
Yeah, and then my guard is left, and then my shield bash is left trigger. Do I have a roll? Yes, I do. Nice, and it's the same as the Monster Hunter roll, so this should be okay.
Well, since you do have a Monster Hunter background, I will let you know that the roles in this game do have more invincibility frames. So there might be some circumstances where it is a little bit easier to roll through attacks, and maybe even in some circumstances it might be required for you to roll through an attack.
What are these messages on the ground? Death ahead.
Those are from other players. They just leave them down.
So I guess you are suggesting that since I have a Monster Hunter background that I will be incredible at this game. Is that about right?
Well, that's entirely possible. I guess it's up to you, really.
Oh, there's a man dying here. Tarnished, wizened finger.
How smooth are you able to play the game, by the way?
I don't know. Why don't you check out the stream? Seems pretty smooth to me.
Mm-hmm.
Though the path be broken and uncertain, claim your place as the Elden Lord. So I was watching the opening cinematic. I couldn't make heads or tails of it, other than there is an Elden Ring that everyone is looking for, and 6 or 7 different things have arisen to try to claim it, and then you are one of those things. Is that right?
Yes, that sounds about correct. You're one of the people that have been awakened.
Seems kind of unusual that you happen to be just a dude, whereas everyone seems to have some sort of fame.
Well, maybe you do have something, you just don't know about it.
Chapel of Anticipation. I'm probably going to explore more than I need to. Touch bloodstain.
So I know in this area it's probably going to be impossible for us to... Well, it's not probably going to be impossible. It is impossible for us to summon each other into one another's game. So I am going to tune into the stream and kind of see how you react to some of the initial parts of this game.
Will this be like a react video, if that's what you're saying?
Well, it'd be a pretty crappy react video because there's not a camera on my face.
Left required ahead. Are any of these messages actually left behind by the game, or is it all just other players?
If it's a white kind of line message, then all of those are from players, and you know, some of them are good, a lot of them I just ignore. So up to you if you read them all.
Guess I'm not particularly interested in playing what other people have to say. How about these bloodstains, though? What do they mean?
Bloodstains are left by players who have died, and they're random because obviously people die in this game all the time.
Kind
But
of weird
sometimes you get
that.
a bloodstain from a different player.
Sorry, all I said was it's kind of weird that there's bloodstains at the starting area. What exactly kills you out here?
That's a good question.
Maybe it is people just falling to their deaths. Well, so far so good, I guess. I'm assuming that you take damage from falling from long heights. Is that accurate?
Yes, that is correct.
Do you recover health over time, or does the damage that you take persist?
You don't recover health over time. Um, you would need to heal up with a healing potion, which I believe in this phase in the game you don't have yet.
Be wary of boss. Fort Knight. Well, at least I have my beer.
I just saw that Fortnite message. That's pretty funny.
Are these shapes just... They're not actual enemies, they're just apparitions of other players.
Yeah, the white ones are just apparitions of other players that were just walking in the same path that you were.
What is this? I don't think I can reach that. Other than the character that you have created to play in this campaign, are you playing any other campaigns?
No, I haven't. I haven't played any other, or I don't plan to play any other character.
I see. Be wary of crab. Death required ahead. Okay. I think we'll be fine. I really should stop reading every single one of these.
They're so tantalizing, though, aren't they? They're so shiny and in the way.
Oh, okay. Oh, seriously. Oh, come on. What? Did I die already?
I'm still catching up on the stream, but yes, you did in fact.
That was like 3 hits.
Well, don't feel too bad. That's basically a scripted death.
That was just 3 hits, though.
Yes, you are correct.
That's ridiculous.
it makes you feel any better, I also died there, but I tried to actually fight it in earnest.
I'm pretty sure I just tried. I just couldn't get in range. Ah, sad.
Don't worry, Torrent. Fortune is on his side.
Do we at least get to come
We
back to
found
that
him
area and destroy
after
that
all.
thing at some point?
Certainly hope so. I don't know, but I certainly hope so.
One of his kind is sure to seek the Elden Ring.
So at least from that 5 seconds of battle, one thing that I was able to determine was the fact that the evasion itself is actually similar to the speed at which you dodge in Monster Hunter, but the attacks actually require an extra second before they actually get entered. And I don't know if I don't know if you've noticed the same.
Yeah, it's somewhat similar, I would say.
It's like there's a delay between your input and the character's action, and maybe that's
Hmm.
class specific. I'm not actually sure.
It's probably a weapon specific thing, but I do see what you're talking about. It's there's slight similarities between the two.
Flask of Crimson Tears. What are these
Or
flasks?
as I like to call it, the big old health potion.
So is it in my inventory?
Yeah, it should be automatically equipped.
How do I know if something is equipped? Is it that it has the swords and shield icon?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Good, I suppose. Honestly, I wasn't even using the heavy attack, so I felt like my inputs were just a little delayed. I'm surprised that I haven't found any messages that are just random spam from people.
Yeah. You mean like www.cashforgold.com, visit here or something like that?
Yeah, exactly.
I think if you want to write a message, it's probably you can only use a preset amount of words. So
The Cave of Knowledge. I guess I should go there. So if you don't go down the Cave of Knowledge, you just go to the outside world, I'm assuming.
oh yeah, you can skip the Cave of Knowledge.
But
That
why
is
would
an
I?
option the game gives you
Why would I do that?
in case you're knowledgeable already.
But I'm not. Hold on a second here. Alright, let's go back to this. I will go down the Cave of Knowledge. But will I take fall damage?
That is a wise choice.
Use item, switch item. Also, the controls that I see on my screen don't actually match the buttons on my controller. How am I supposed to know what the...
So I think if you actually go into your settings, because I was actually fiddling around with them a second ago, um, if you go to sound and display, I think it actually lets you select, whether to use um, the keys to actually show like the symbols for on-screen prompts, or you can choose the gamepad.
Oh, nice. I think I just saw that.
Okay.
Lose all runes. No. Oh, I just drank a flask. That's unfortunate.
Oh no, big mistake.
I am sure that it will recover. That's how potions work, right? Resting at a site of grace will restore your HP, flower points, and cleanse any status ailments. Also refill your sacred flasks. Okay. Nice.
I like that you called it flower points. That's a nice callback to Paper Mario.
Actually, it was a callback to Super Mario RPG.
Oh, did it actually originate from there?
I would assume so. That's where I got it from.
Interesting.
You have learned something. Your knowledge has increased.
So,
This is so much nicer now that the buttons actually reflect what it's supposed to be. Reset camera. Oh, I see. That makes so much more sense. Oh, this is a battle. Did it just die all of it? Okay. Well, that was quick. Does my weapon actually take damage? Like, should I worry about, I don't know, breaking it at some point?
no, I don't think this game has durability, if that's what you're asking.
What does FP actually mean in this game?
That's a good question.
Fantasy points?
Quick Google search says that it means focus points.
Alright, well, I'm assuming that it is the currency for magic though, right?
Yeah.
Well, we can call it flower points then. Oh, these guys just die in one hit. And actually, what do the green, blue, and red bars mean at the HUD?
So red is your HP. Blue, blue I think is your FP. And then I think green is going to be your stamina, the thing that you use to roll or to sprint, I think.
Oh, I see. Good to know. Each hand can be equipped with up to 3 armaments. Oh, what? Great.
I do remember that you can lock onto your enemies if you hold down the left stick. If you click down the left stick.
Oh, there you go. What are these, nunchucks? Oh, I guess it heals you? Interesting. Ah,
That's
why
right,
do
I
I
think
keep
your
doing
class starts with spells.
I keep drinking these flags for no reason. There should be some sort of like, are you sure you want to do this?
Yeah, do you think they should show up like a confirmation window?
Yeah. Do you really want to waste this thing just by pressing that button? What? What?
By the way, you can sprint by holding down B if you have an Xbox controller.
Good to know. Sure is a lot of blood in my face. Some attacks may break an enemy's stance. Charge attacks and jump attacks. Charge attack. Soldier of Godric. Alright, flawless victory.
Wow. That actually took me a couple of tries.
Well, it might just be that you said that you don't start out with a shield, right?
Yeah, I don't start out with a shield.
Maybe that's the thing. Can you actually guard when you don't have a shield?
Nope.
No, that's annoying. See, that's why
Yeah,
you
I
have
had
to.
beat him.
That's why you have to switch to the shield life, John. Oh wait, this is where it came from.
Well, I did eventually find a shield, so that's what I'm using now. But when I fought that guy, I just had to dodge roll.
Strength. Alright, we made it out. Oh wait, we're still in.
Nice.
We're still in here. Never mind. I thought we were actually stepping out into the world. How much longer is this cave of wonder supposed to go? Pass time. So you can pass the time by just resting next to this bonfire.
Yeah, I think there's probably some kind of special game mechanic that relies on passing time, but I haven't needed to do that yet.
I think there's supposed to be some NPCs that only show up at certain times of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Use tarnished furled finger to write a gold summon sign. Okay, I guess this explains how to play cooperatively. Fingers
Yes.
sever. So does that mean we can play now?
Yeah, I mean, if you want, I can try and summon you, so you can see what that's like.
Wait, but is there anything more to do here? And it looks like my flasks have recovered. How is it that they recover? Is it over time or what?
No, that's because you rested in the site of grace.
Oh, I see.
Every time you sit down, it replenishes your flasks.
Clearly I should be sitting down more often. Okay. Alright, now I made it outside. Limgrave.
That is the outside world.
So this is where the game begins, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Alright, I'm just gonna jump around and cut trees. Ah, why did I... Is there a way not to immediately use a flask?
Don't press the X button.
It's just one of the face buttons, though.
Let's see if I can set up multiplayer just so that we can try it out once. Let's see.
I'm actually noticing that my output is lagging. That's weird. I wonder why that is. Let's see if my stream on Twitch is the same.
I am looking at your stream and it is chopping up a little bit.
Why is that?
Could be that you may need to just lower the graphics settings because this game is pretty taxing when you have to load like a bunch of area, and like there's a bunch of foliage. Especially foliage is notorious for being really taxing on graphics cards.
Okay, but should that go after a while? Like after I'm done loading, quote unquote, the area?
Well, it depends on what you're looking at, because like if you're looking at the floor, then your graphics card doesn't need to worry too much about drawing stuff on the screen. If you're looking at the vast expanse of the world and you're basically looking at every single tree in the area, then your graphics card is gonna try and draw all of those, and so that's gonna be pretty taxing on your graphics card.
Alright, I'm just gonna go ahead and lower my resolutions. Let's see if medium does the trick. Okay, so I think I need to restart my thing.
Sounds good. What was it at previously?
High. Man, talk about graphic cards necessities. Okay, well, I'm back to the starting screen. Hopefully That should be sufficient. Okay, so it looks like now it's moving smoothly, at least from what I can tell from my stream.
If you look at like a bunch of trees, does it chop up? No, that's actually pretty good, at least on my end.
Cool. Glad I solved that problem.
Alright, I'm gonna look up that guide for multiplayer.
Sounds good. Ah, stop drinking the thing. God. Even some sites of grace retain that power.
Oh, yes. Tarnished, are we? Come to the lands between for the Elden Ring? Hmm? Of course you have. No shame in it. Unfortunately for you, however, you are maidenless. Without guidance, without the strength of runes, and without an invitation to the Round Table Hold, you are fated, it seems, to die in obscurity.
Now, I don't know about you, but I would say that most NPCs that are rubbing their hands together don't seem very trustworthy.
Luckily for you, however, there
seems
is
pretty
one
trustworthy to me.
shining ray of hope for even the maidenless. Me. Vare. Take care to listen. Are you familiar with grace? The golden light that gives life to you, tarnished. You may also behold its golden rays, pointing in a particular direction at times. That is the guidance of grace, a path that a tarnished must travel. Indeed. Grace's
Alright, so
guidance
I'm gonna need you to
holds the
do
answers.
something on your
It will lead you
settings.
tarnished to the
Go
path you
ahead
are meant
and
to
go
follow,
into,
even if it
so hit
leads you to
start,
your
go to
grave.
system, and go to the globe icon that I guess represents internet.
Uh-huh.
Alright, now, if you're on that menu, change the send summon sign to enable, change the launch setting to play online, and then change the data usage agreement to accept. Let me know when you're done with that.
Okay, so enable, play online, and accept. That's all there.
Yes. Now the next thing you need to do is go ahead and back out of that. Go into multiplayer in the start menu. And then once you're in there, you'll see like on the left hand side there's some items like the furled finger. On the right hand side though, you'll see some settings for password. Go ahead and hit the Y button and then set your multiplayer password to pizza, which should be pretty straightforward to do. Let me know if you have any trouble doing that.
Setting it to pizza. I think I got it.
Yes. Okay, and then set the first row under group password also to pizza, with a capital P button.
Oh, see, I didn't...
See, I told you you needed some help.
I guess I did. Okay. Case sensitive. Okay. So multiplayer and group password are pizza, uppercase P. Is that it?
Okay. Yes. All right. So now, let's see. Where's a good place to put this? Maybe go up next to our friend that we just met. I forget what his name is. I think
Vare.
yes. Go ahead and let's see. How do we do this?
Stop drinking the thing. That's so annoying.
All right. So go ahead and next to Vare. Well, actually, before you do anything next to him, go into your start menu. Go into the equipment. Um, and then once you're in your equipment where you can see like your weapons and your armor and stuff, go all the way down to the last 2 rows where in one of the rows you see like your health potion.
Mm-hmm.
Select one of the empty slots there, and then once you get to the other menu that lets you select something, select the tarnished scrolled finger. Let me know when you've done that.
Okay.
All right. Once you're done with that, go ahead and back out entirely from the menu, and then start hitting the down D-pad until you get to that tarnished the furled finger, and then once you're on the furled finger, just press the X button to use it. Let me know when you've done that.
And of course I drank another flask. Okay. I have set a summon sign.
Okay. Now let's see if this works. I think I see your summon symbol. Okay.
I am being summoned to another
So,
world.
yes, I am now summoning you. Well, I see your character now.
Yeah, wait, are you this person that keeps jumping?
Yes, that's me.
Can we actually hurt each other?
I don't know. Give it a try. No, I guess not.
That's good.
Yeah, so now we are playing multiplayer, and just for your reference, what I needed to do is I needed actually to create this item called the Fro Calling Finger Remedy, which is consumable, but it's pretty inexpensive to make. And once we start going out into the world, you'll see that what you need to make it is actually just a leaf that you pick up from some bushes. I think it's called the Erd leaf. So that's how you summon people into your game, and you can play with them. Now, one downside about this is that if we fight something, I don't think you get any progress. So if you, for example, need to kill a boss and I help you, you would need to summon me so that we kill it for you.
Okay, so what am I getting out of this transaction exactly? Do I at least get items?
I don't think so.
Alright. Well, let's
But
do it.
yeah, let's go out and explore a bit and see what we find.
Can I die in your world?
I think you can, yes. I actually don't know what happens after you die. So I guess a lot of questions will be answered after this.
What the heck was that?
So I don't know if you can pick up this item that I'm standing on right now, but this is what you need to create the finger remedy, which lets people be summoned. So I picked it up.
The
I don't know
earthly
if that was
flower.
possible for you.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yes.
That's cool. Well, okay, at least I can gather items.
Oh, nice. Let's see, let's find something big and menacing to fight. And I think you actually don't have access to potions as a summoned phantom. Oh look, there's something big and menacing to fight.
I don't actually know where you went. Oh wait, there it is.
Let's try and fight this guy.
Well, oh wait, it just staggered. I thought that we actually killed it. Oh, I got hit.
Did you heal up from that, by the way? Can I use my potion?
No, I don't think so.
I guess I'm good.
Oh, I guess I am dead. Oh, and I guess if I die, I return to my world. Well, that was fun. I am going to use this dev to take a break and get one last drink, so I will be right back.
Sounds good. I actually died as well.
And that is not what I meant. Give me just 1 second.